Welcome to Security Flow Setup Part 4. We're going to continue to talk about flows, and in this case we're going to be updating the phishing flow that we set up last time, but including additional functionality so we can see how to take it a little bit further. Before we go in and look at the details, I've added in a few plugins. It's the Recorded Future, X-Force, and Exchange Online plugins. Recorded Future is configured for broadcast support as well as X-Force. So within our flows, when we reach the point of gathering threat intel, those plugins will respond to that broadcast threat intel request. I've also imported a O365 search and purge flow from our library, but I haven't connected it yet, and I want to show how to do that. So I'm going to come here, and this is where we want to set something malicious. At that point we know that we don't want to trust those emails, so we're going to mark it for a search and purge. So if I go to our incidents right now, I have an email in here that's waiting for review. We've reached that action point in our flows, and that action point is right here. And if we make a decision to distrust, it's going to go down the pathway of setting the IOC, which is the indicator of compromise, as malicious. So let me go into our timeline, and you can see that this is the distrust point. We're waiting for a decision. There's more information throughout this timeline where you can look at historical information that happened within that incident. I can also look at the content of the message, the email message. There's really nothing in this one except just it says trying this. And I'm going to distrust this one based on the results. Of Recorded Future. And I will distrust this, and what you'll see now is that there's going to be more events happening. Our IOCs have been marked as malicious. If I update this, we can see that there's a O365 search occurring, and it's searching over the last 4 months for an email with that message. That's how the flow has been configured. And as soon as that search is complete, we will get the opportunity to purge those emails. The flow has been configured to ask us if we want to purge them. I can show that right here. So it's now, it was doing the search, it's found matches, and now it wants to confirm that we want to purge. So I'll go back to my incident, I can click here, and it'll show all of the email boxes that have that. This is, I'll say purge, and I'll run through and purge those emails. And as we get more data, we've now removed the search as well, and we've closed the flow, and we've closed the incident. And that's how you deal with purging the email as well. One other thing that we can do is run the email attachments through a sandboxing tool. So within our library, we've got the ability to import an ATD flow. This one will do an analysis and wait for the analysis to complete. So at this point, we can do an ATD scan of the attachment, and within ATD, after we've done the attachment scan, we can connect these to the additional detection sources in our find and scan flow. And once again, all this is documented within the flows themselves. So if you just click here, you'll see that there's an overview of what you need to do as well as the connection points. If I now deploy this, we have, oops, I want to set it up there. I want to do additional detection sources. we now have a sandboxing tool integrated into our phishing system. Thank you, and that concludes this training session.